Welcome, listeners, to the Ducarelli podcast. I am Anna, your host. This episode is recorded in both English and Italian for your listening pleasure. Please click on follow as you're listening to support the podcast. Click on the black heart to become gold to indicate you like this episode on the Spreaker platform. Today we are presenting a special episode on volunteering to the world and personal growth with Loreta Pivoriunaite. Loreta is joining us from Lithuania, coach and host at the Mastermind Lab featured on the Nordic Business Report, Thrive Global, Life Hack, Body, Mind, Soul magazine. With over a decade of experience in public, private, and governmental sectors and international environments, she is a graduate of Search Inside Yourself Leadership Institute, practitioner of Points of View, and student at Coach Mastery at EverCoach. Loreta has covered the Nordic countries, India, Sri Lanka, Germany, Serbia, Croatia, the West Bank, United Kingdom, and Malaysia with her training programs and courses in a range of creativity for team and leadership management. Loreta has been active in leadership positions from student associations up to professional chambers of commerce and has been involved in projects in Southeast Asia and Europe with her training programs ranging from creativity to team and leadership management. Bentornati ascoltatori del Ducarelli Podcast, sono Anna. Questo episodio sarà registrato sia in italiano che in inglese. Cliccate sul tasto seguite sulla piattaforma da cui ascoltate oppure cliccate sul cuoricino nero per trasformarlo color oro per indicare su Spreaker un mi piace su questo episodio. Con oltre un decennio di esperienza nei settori pubblici, privato, governativo ed internazionale, laureata del Search Inside Yourself Leadership Institute, praticante di Points of View e allieva presso la Coach Mastery di EverCoach. Loreta ha insegnato ai paesi scandinavi, India, Sri Lanka, Germania, Serbia, Croazia, Cisgiordania, Regno Unito e Malesia, con i suoi programmi e corsi di formazione in una gamma di creatività per team e gestione della leadership. Loreta è stata attiva in posizioni di leadership da associazioni di studenti e a camere di commercio e è stata coinvolta in progetti nel sud-est asiatico ed in Europa con i suoi programmi di formazione che vanno dalla creatività ai team e gestione della leadership. Loreta, è un distinto piacere averti qui con noi. It's such a pleasure having you here with us today. Thank you for joining us, Loreta.
My pleasure.
Thank you. It's wonderful to have you here. It's an honor, and you have such a breadth of experience that you can share with us, and I'm appreciative of that. So we'll start with some questioning. In che modo ti ha aiutato il volontariato? Come può trasformare la propria vita e quella degli altri? In other words, in what way has volunteering helped you, and how does it transform one's life and that of others?
Once again, thank you for having me here and asking this and getting interested into this. I believe it can be written tons of books. And to put in a short, simple way, I believe that volunteering is, first of all, is a personal growth journey. And it helped me a lot to serve others. So a very short quote that gives me the sense of volunteering is about, we rise by lifting others. It's by Robert Ingelson. And specifically what that means is that by helping other people, we create a sense of meaning to ourselves and to the places and to the world, to make a place a better one.
Wonderful. E quindi prima di tutto il volontariato è un percorso di crescita personale e poi anche di essere il servizio degli altri. Loreta ama questa citazione di Robert Ingersoll che dice: ci alziamo sollevando gli altri. Cosa significa aiutare gli altri a creare un senso di sé e rendere un posto migliore?
Yeah, because the act itself of volunteering, it's an act. We're doing some action, and it's all about the contribution, giving and receiving. So to give, we can start from small, collecting a trash, helping local shelter, organizing an event, and so on and so on. I've been myself in such services or activities by joining a non-governmental organization from the students' time, doing different events, and then continuing to the professional chambers. So specifically, I also was managing one charity foundation, helping a scientist to develop her work and to spread her legacy forward. So since a service turned me into the coaching, because volunteering is as an act of contribution or service. So coaching to me became also a service, helping other people to gain confidence, to start doing or validating their idea or something specifically that they want to start to make a small change. So activating the action. So I believe that action with the right people at the right time can lead to transformation.
I concur wholeheartedly. E quindi l'atto in sé del volontariato è un contributo, anche a partire dal piccolo, di raccogliere dei rifiuti, aiutare un rifugio locale, organizzare un evento e così via. Sono stata in tale servizio, unendo le organizzazioni non governative dalle associazioni degli studenti e delle camere di commercio. Ho anche gestito una fondazione di beneficenza ed è stato il modo per aiutare persone straordinarie per diffondere. E da allora il mio servizio si è rivolto verso il coaching, come aiutare gli altri a guadagnare la loro fiducia e per iniziare a fare o validare ed unirlo con azione, perché l'azione con le persone giuste al momento giusto definisce la trasformazione. Quindi qual è il grande cambiamento nella tua vita e come ha modellato il tuo futuro? What was the biggest change in your life, Loreta? And how did it shape your future?
Very good question. On this note, the change, I think, happened in my mindset. Since mindset is not changing in one day or in 1 year, it was a process for whole years. So when it comes to a change, it really came broadening my horizons of acceptance of people and of environment, and also trusting same people, environment, processes, and what's going on around. And in this case, the most important, how volunteering itself in such a long time, it helped me to be open and trust what's happening. So in this complex world, it really shaped my flexibility, so to say, and it became as a virtue. So even that my recent example, when I went to Malaysia to volunteer to a different cultural background and a totally different context to help local organization to create a change by educating beneficiaries who are with low income and giving them the skills so that they can have a profession or a skill that they can have also money and income later in their life. So it was not an easy move, and it was not an easy environment to be in, but every place stretches by starting small, as I said. Either you pick up the trash or you're going somewhere into another country, and that self-discovery, it becomes an insight, and it becomes a sort of way of life as well.
Quindi il più grande cambiamento era nella sua mentalità, che si tratta di ampliare gli orizzonti di accettazione e fiducia, e la cosa più importante è essere aperti e avere fiducia. Andato in Malaysia per fare volontariato in un contesto, in una cultura completamente diversa. Onestamente non è stato facile, anche se lo percepivo molto prima di arrivare. Però ogni luogo si estende lo spazio dall'interno di noi per trovare se stessi più volte ancora.
Well, I have learned, even though how that sounds ridiculous, to learn accept circumstances as they are. And as more as I'm learning, as more life is testing me to accept the things and circumstances as they are. And when I spot that, then, resistance comes. It's like, it's the way around. And then, yes, to let go. So I think this is something I'm still learning. So, and it's also, as I said, volunteering is a kind of personal growth journey. So it's always through that inner work that I have, and that transformed me, and that gave me more capabilities, to become a coach, and then coach people and explore the situations, and go with people to those situations that are uncomfortable, that are touchy, and then connect with them, connect with the clients on a human level.
Exceptional. It is very true that when you have human interaction, it permits you or allows you to ground yourself differently from your self-awareness, from that space within. Quindi Loreta ha imparato di accettare le circostanze come sono, come erano in quei contesti, individuare la resistenza che sentiva e si lasciava andare. È un lavoro interiore, anche se attraverso il proprio valore si comprende. Anche perché sono un coach e le situazioni esplorando se stessi sono quelli che mi connettono ai miei clienti e al pubblico. Quindi come dovrà cominciare una persona interessata che ci sta seguendo per la prima volta? So, Loreta, how does one begin? If someone is listening to us, or perhaps hearing about volunteering for the very first time, how should they start?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, because it's an action of contribution, and everyone likes to help someone. I believe so, really. Everyone wants to help. So it should be, first of all, as a joy. So look for a place, environment where you want to make a little tweak. So look around. Well, maybe there is an organization or where they need help with refugees. Well, maybe to help them to read, to give them a new skill or to teach something. Maybe there are organizations that assist senior people. With them, maybe you just need to spend time. That's it. Maybe there is a public place where it's dirty and where you have the idea change, maybe to do some tweaks and make it nicer and clean up it with the friends. And mostly now we are on social media, on Facebook. So maybe on Facebook, you can search for volunteering event because they are happening. But because we're not searching, we don't see it. So maybe somebody needs extra hands or maybe extra mind, extra idea, and so on. Or if you have those skills that you want to teach somebody something, go on with that. Very, very simply, you can post on your wall. That's the most cheapest way. And ask people to organize a group, to have a talk on that. Also, it's a great idea to mentor somebody. You have some skills. Again, maybe it's entrepreneurship, maybe it's how to count money, or maybe how to paint, or maybe, how to read books faster, whatever. So you can become a mentor for a younger person or older one, doesn't matter. Or maybe you want to empower women, or maybe a man as well, so that they need to raise the confidence. This is how you can do from the comfort of from your home. If it's this situation that is right now, it's so pressuring. So really, I remember that one quote that says that the planet does not need successful people. Really, planet doesn't need successful people. The planet needs those kind and open-hearted people who are willing to help. And that's how we raise by lifting others. So your next step, just very simply, look into industry. You want to get involved. Would it be environmental? Would it be a special cause, women environment, and privileged people, maybe building and raising funds? You can search on Facebook, doing a shout out. For example, you can write down this sentence. I have 5 extra hours weekly, for example. Can donate my time and volunteer. Hey, anybody here? Or maybe you can visit the local community website and connect with people there. Again, doing the same. So everything starts with a conversation. So, and it's powerful. Social media is powerful. Use that.
In fact, you're 100% correct. Quindi dal momento che il volontariato diventa un atto di contributo verso rendere un posto migliore, crea un miglioramento dell'ambiente. Guardatevi intorno, se c'è un'organizzazione che ha bisogno di aiutare i rifugiati o assistere delle persone anziane, forse migliorare uno spazio pubblico che è sporco, a renderlo più bello anche per giocare, per i bambini per giocare. Si può fare un gruppo con degli amici, forse anche soccorrere su Facebook e vedere se c'è un evento alla ricerca di più persone o se si vuole insegnare qualcosa di che siete appassionati. Ad esempio, anche se avete qualche abilità nel vostro settore per diventare un mentore per un giovane o un anziano, forse per le donne che hanno bisogno di empowerment o aumentare la loro fiducia. Il pianeta non ha bisogno di persone di successo, il pianeta ha bisogno di persone gentili e con il cuore aperto. Ci alziamo e solleviamo gli altri. Quindi i prossimi passi da considerare sono di guardare nel settore in cui vuoi essere coinvolto, quindi l'ambiente o una causa speciale, empowerment delle donne, persone non privilegiate. Vuoi sapere alla gente che per esempio hai 5 ore di più settimanalmente che puoi donare e fare volontariato con il tuo tempo. E si può visitare anche un sito web di una comunità locale e collegarsi. I social sono davvero potenti, quindi dobbiamo cogliere l'occasione. So thank you once again for joining us, Loreta. It was great having you here with us.
Yes, my pleasure. And thank you for being such insightful and allowing people to start with something, just giving the opportunity, having a talk to me. Thank you.
Lovely. I want to thank you for joining us, and I look forward to having you on again as well, because you have a wealth of knowledge. And I also want to share with our listeners to add that in the show notes, you will have information on how you can get in touch with Loreta should you be interested in ability for her to coach you. So she will, through the show notes, you will have that information available. Quindi grazie cari ascoltatori per la vostra attenzione e grazie a te Loreta. Il nostro obiettivo è raggiungere persone di ogni cultura alla fine di migliorare la qualità della nostra vita in armonia con il pianeta. Vi chiediamo di unirvi alla nostra missione di raggiungere 1 milione di follower cliccando su Segui The Zuccarelli Podcast sulla piattaforma da cui state ascoltando. Thank you, listeners. Thank you once again, Loreta. Our objective is to reach people of all cultures and to improve the quality of our lives in harmony with the planet for generations to come. So please join us in our mission to reach 1 million followers and click follow the Zuccarelli podcast from the platform from which you listen. Until next time, Loreta. Alla prossima. Be well.